Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, The Perfect Place to Start. I'm so glad you're joining me this Halloween, and you are in for a treat because you are going to be watching the Watch This If You Dare collaboration that was put on by my friends Deco Easy, and it is full of a lot of fun and fabulous DIYs put on from some of my favorite ladies at YouTube. So today we're going to start with some of the tower blocks from the Dollar Tree, and then we're going to be using the wood cutouts from the Dollar Tree along with some spare pieces of wood that I had lying around. And I'm just going to use my antique Waverly wax and stain all of those pieces of wood.
I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind. I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
So this idea came to me just because I have some younger kids at home and we aren't traditionally trick-or-treating over here where I live, and so I wanted the kids to have still a fun Halloween even though we aren't doing what we would traditionally do. So I wanted to make these napkin holders and plate holders and silverware holders to kind of give a fun party feel even though we're not really participating in a big party.
Never figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind. I will keep on holding my head high.
So we're ready to move on to our wood pieces, and I'm using kind of a stain. I just added some acrylic paint to this cup and then added water to it. If you have been with me for a little while, you saw me do this technique with a garland that I did and a trash to treasure sign that I did, and I will list those videos down in the description box in case you want to check them out. But we're just going to paint this ghost with the watered down paint. It's kind of like a stain, and we're going to do both sides of the ghost, and then we're going to do the pumpkin the same way with some orange acrylic paint, and then we're going to do the haunted house the same way with some black acrylic paint.
Down by the sea, at the edge of the water, the coming way.
So once I have them all painted, I'm going to trace around them on some brown craft paper, and I'm going to cut out the cutouts a little bit on the inside of the line, and so I can cover the back of them. The reason I'm covering the back of them is because I'm taking some scrapbook paper that's patterned and I'm filling the holes where like the eyes and the mouth are for the ghost, and then I'm going to fill in the holes for the eyes and mouth for the pumpkin, and then in the haunted house I'm going to fill in the windows. I realized after I finished the haunted house that I should have filled in the door too with my scrapbook paper. I don't know what I was thinking. I put down the brown paper, then I noticed the brown paper's there and I don't like it, and I cut that part off and without ever realizing the scrapbook paper should be there. But I'm just going to cover all the holes with different types of scrapbook paper and then cover those with the brown craft paper and then go over the entire thing with Mod Podge to hold it all together.
I step into the water to wash away the pain. The devil's breath
Next, I'm taking some black acrylic paint and just kind of brushing out a lot of the paint out of my stencil brush, and then I'm just going to go around the entire edge with a distressed kind of look around my pumpkin, and then I'm going to use that same black paint around the ghost's edges to give it that distressed look. And then for the house, I took white acrylic paint and went around it to give it some distressed look.
I don't know for how long I can carry on, pretending that everything's alright, and that it will be fine in the
Let me know in the description box below, what are your plans for Halloween this year? Did you get to have traditional Halloween? Was your Halloween canceled? Ours was pretty much canceled, and so we had to be creative and come up with our own party ideas so that we could at least celebrate and have a good time. So we're ready to construct the paper plate holder, napkin holder, and silverware holder. And when I was editing this video, I realized you could have totally used the tower blocks to create the backing for each one of these. I just had the spare wood laying around and thought that it would be a great idea. But if you didn't and wanted to buy the tower blocks game and glue them together to make the backing, you totally could. I used 8 of the tower blocks and glued them together to make the base for the tin can, and I think 8 would be fine for each of the backing as well. You would just hot glue them together, make a square, and glue those onto the back just like this one. I tend to be an impatient crafter and I want things to dry a lot faster than they actually do. So if you were recreating these at home, you might want to use some E6000 here and then your hot glue so that it has a better hold. I kept having the back fall off of my house because I wasn't waiting long enough for it to dry. So just maybe a stronger adhesive besides glue, or the hot glue right there, might be better, just to make sure, like if you're putting a lot of plates in there or a lot of napkins and it's super full, that the wood block doesn't pop off. So I'm just gluing my tumbling blocks together, and I glued them in groups of 2, and then I glued 8 of them together. So that's actually 4 rows of 2. So we're ready for the silverware holder, and all I'm using is an old tin can and some scrapbook paper, and I'm just going to cover the can with the scrapbook paper, and then I'm going to glue the can to the little tower blocks that I glued onto the ghost. So for some reason I was struggling getting the paper onto this can. I must not have cut it out straight or something, but I ended up having a small bit at the top. So I just go around with my scissors and cut off any excess paper I have up there. And here we're going to glue it to the towering blocks that are attached to the ghost. And then we are ready to add our napkins, plates, and silverware. So I wanted to show you guys the cute napkins and plates that I'm going to use in our holders that we just made, and I picked these up at the Dollar Tree as well. So they are super cute and I can't wait to put them into the holders that we just made. So here's our final look, and I think it turned out adorable. So the plates and the napkins look so cute in there, and then the ghost is holding our plastic silverware, and I think that these turned out fabulous. I hope you're having a wonderful Halloween, and I hope that you will go down to the description box and hit on our playlist and watch all of these fabulous ladies in the Watch If You Dare collab. And as always, wherever you are in your journey is a perfect place to start, and I will see you guys in the next video.